guys for coming and taking the time. I know, most everybody's busy in here. They got kids, they got schedules, all those kinds of things. And so I appreciate your time and making it here. So hope we didn't waste it and give you something of value today. Want to introduce some people from my team. A lot of you guys in this room are customers and haven't really met the rest of our team because we've got 2 locations. One of those locations is actually down near Rochester, and I call it the factory. It's where we have all the anvils and the stuff to make websites, right? So with all the websmiths, so to speak. So here's the team. Corey Keller, if you can, Corey, you raise your hand here, whatever. That's Corey. He's my business partner. Nick Kelly's also my business partner. 3 of us own the company. Then we've got Chris Larson. He's our project manager over there. Karen Butler, she does our business development for us. And then Vlad, he's not here, couldn't make it up tonight, but he manages like our e-commerce, customer service and things of that nature. And then we have a couple other guys here, Brax Colettes and then Ken Suarez that aren't here that do SEO and design work for us. They're also down in Rochester. We just didn't bring them up today. So anyway, so that's the team, that's our company, just so you guys know. And if you get a chance, please meet everybody, because a lot of times you just don't get a chance to. So feel free to reach out and talk to those guys and pick the brains if you want, that kind of stuff. So another special guest that we have here, Jeff, if you can throw your hand up there and wave to everybody. This is Jeff Pedersen for the BBB. Jeff actually, well, let me tell you why I like the BBB, because it actually complements what we do. I'll just show you something really interesting. This is analytics off of one of our customers. You might be in the room, we don't know. But I try to keep that private. But what's interesting here is this is referral traffic off of analytics. So this is business that, or customers, visitors, website visitors that get sent to his website, right, from another place. Okay, so for example, if you notice the number 1 here is the BBB. Okay, not by even just a little bit, but by a huge amount, right? So what I find really fascinating about the Better Business Bureau is they send a lot of referrals to people. Has anybody ever here got a referral from BBB? Oh yeah. So a few of you. Okay. So if you're interested in that, Jeff can definitely hook you up. We've worked together and looked at each other, not in a weird way, but in a way that shows each other what kind of data he gets. Okay, and then what kind of data I get. We put them together and we're like, wow, that's pretty amazing. So we like this a lot. It's a credible place. And then also they added the ability to do testimonials there, which I find pretty cool. So if you get a chance, talk to Jeff. He might have to bolt out a little bit early because he's got some other commitments, but I've got his contact information and that sort of thing, and some other things that we can give you for Jeff. So anyway, if you have questions, grab them. So and by the way, too, if you guys are like hungry or thirsty or anything during this, feel free to get up and grab whatever you want. We bought a lot of stuff, so feel free to gobble it all up. But anyway, let's talk about a little bit about what we do for a lot of you people in this room. Is we do a concept called inbound marketing. This is our style of marketing companies, okay? You guys may have heard of it, may have not, but basically what it is, if you look at this little funnel that we've got here, regular people that don't know you, okay, typically are going to come in through these methods up here. You see Google, social media, all the search engines, email, ads, blogs, those types of things. People are going to find this type of stuff. They typically don't know who you are. They just know, they want to know, well, they're looking for something, like a service, okay, and you happen to have that service, all right? So that's where they start right here, okay? And the next part is that they'll find you through these methods. We'll bring them into the funnel, and then your website is designed in such a way that has certain call to actions on it that tell that customer, hey, do this. We want to funnel you into, all right, some form of contact or capture that lead and bring them through so they equal dollars. All right? Does this make sense? So basically what we're doing is we're taking people that are generally looking for your services or your goods or your products. They don't know who you are yet. They find your website, and then they end up contacting you in some way. And then what's great about this is these people that contact you, right, and they buy something from you and they go through all that process, then they turn into referrals in the future. So it's really good, this side, that they're happy customers and they want to do more business with you. And then send their friends, okay? So anyways, and then write reviews about you and stuff like that, which we're going to talk a lot about more here in a second. So anyways, part of the presentation we want to talk about is what's coming in the future. What are the things that we're starting to see? Where are the connections being made? And it's not, it's not flying cars or anything weird like that, okay? But what is cool is you're starting to notice that, I have a sentence up here, the future of web marketing is semantic, conversational, and social. And one of the examples I want to bring out, you guys can start connecting the dots. But if you look at this, Microsoft integrated Facebook into their search engine, Bing. Okay, so all of a sudden you're on Bing, you're signed in, and you're searching for something, and it says on the right-hand column, for your friends like this particular thing, and whatever, right? It's pretty amazing stuff. Maybe they wrote a review or something like that. And so you're reading this side column going, wow, my friends like this, okay? So they're connecting these dots that weren't necessarily connected before. Google's doing the same thing. They're trying it with Google+, although we suspect they're going to move into different arenas because there's not a lot of Google Plus social media types. You know, they're pretty much all on Facebook and Twitter and some of the more common social media places that you see. But needless to say, these things are being tied together, and what we need to be able to do is have fresh generated content that comes from the user, right? In the form of testimonials or content that comes from you guys in the form of blogging and things of that nature, and matching those two things together. So anyway, so this is one of the parts that we find absolutely fascinating, is you're going to start to see a lot of the feedback that's out there driving traffic to your actual website, right? Into your services, okay? So pretty fascinating stuff. One of the other things that the search engines are really trying to figure out here is what the intent of the user is, okay? So when you're looking at, let's say you're trying to find a new piece of car audio, okay, for example, right? They don't know, in fact this example is about electronics, but they don't know if you're looking for more information about electronics or you're trying to buy something, okay? It's hard for Google to distinguish the two if you just typed in car audio, all right? Do you want some, or do you want to learn about it, right? So what they're trying to do is kind of look at your past and see what you've done before and make a guess as to what that might be, and then use a combination of what you're actually putting in that search engine to get there, okay? So what happens here is they are trying to connect the dots, this intent of the user with the intent of what your website is or the services that you actually provide. So maybe you're actually an installer for mobile electronics, for example, and you can sell that product. And the search engines go, hey, they're actually looking for the service, not necessarily for information, right? Now they're going to see that dot connected. Okay, so they're looking more for this intent and creating these verticals based on certain key phrases that you pop in, then also the history of things that you've done in the past. Okay, is this making sense with everybody? Or? Okay, good. And if you're not following, raise your hand, feel free to ask questions or yell at me and say, hey, wait a minute, back up. So, but anyways, this is coming, and what's cool about it is that right now it's more based on just what you type in and this result pops up. So it's getting more personalized, more based on what you've done, okay? The other thing that is really cool, and this is probably my favorite thing, is more the convenience factor. Let's say you're driving around and, for example, like I don't know, you look for something in the past and then you happen to be near it, right? And then all of a sudden it's suggesting to you, hey, you're over by this thing, they got a sale going on, maybe you want to check this out, right? And it's happening in other, in things like this, right? Here's a good example. You forgot to call a plumber, you're driving to work, Siri, call the best, okay, keyword best, plumber near my home. Results are going to be based on geographic information, and then also whatever, let's say this plumber has in his profile set up, okay? So when you're looking at this, like like his Google Plus profile, all these other little profiles that he has set up, does he have everything in such an order in the database set up so when Google or let's say Siri or like all these different devices, your car, all these other things come back together and say, hey, I'm losing my train of thought here. So, basically, you find the best plumber, okay? And how do we determine the best plumber? Sorry, I paused there for a second, like, how do we get back to it? So, how do you find the best plumber, okay? And the best plumber is actually determined by feedback, user-generated feedback, all right? Content that was already put out there. Where do you think that content comes from? How do people leave feedback to you?
Customer reviews.
Yeah, reviews and stuff, right? So you see kind of where we're going with this? There's a lot of, we have to get our customers to give us feedback, okay, digitally, right, in some way, shape, or form to get that message out there, to match up the dots, so then when they're searching, and it's not just on their computers anymore, that's the other thing. It's on their phones, like you see on Siri, it's in their cars, okay, and it's also going to be on their televisions, right? So all these dots get connected, and then basically, whoever, if you look at this, if all this stuff is set up correctly, right, you laid all the groundwork for it, who's going to get the call? The guy with a bunch of reviews and the guy that's got all this dossier set up on his company or her company, right, and categorized correctly. So really what we're doing by doing all this is setting it up so when these devices, okay, they're using them, they're in their car, they're trying to figure out where they're going, or, what's around them, okay, who's the best plumber near me, all right, you pop up. Now if you didn't do any of this groundwork ahead of time, laying it out on your website, your social media, your Google Plus pages and all that kind of stuff, you think you're going to get that call. Probably not, right? You're just dead air out there. There's nothing, okay? So probably not going to work very good for you, right? So this kind of leads me into one of these directories, kind of the main core one, is Google My Business. Have you guys heard of this? Google Places, probably, maybe heard of that before? So Google Places, essentially, or Google My Business is what it's evolved into, is actually your dossier, so to speak, as far as Google's concerned. It's your profile inside of Google. All right, so every one of your businesses is actually set up almost like a Facebook profile, but for your business, okay? And it's where we actually categorize the company. In fact, here, I'll show you a little bit more here. But you guys have probably seen these up here. You know, you've got the little local results that you see with the 5 stars or however many. In fact, we got a guy here who's got a ton of reviews, and we'll talk about it in a second. But Google My Business connects you directly with your customers, whether they're looking for you through search, maps, or even Google Plus or other arenas. Okay, so who in here has a Google My Business account? Pretty much everybody that's a customer of us has one. So we took care of that for you. One thing that's kind of cool about this, you guys, I actually have a connection there at Google that I get to call and talk to about all of your accounts and then find out what the best way is to actually display your company. Okay, so it's rarely do you ever get a person that you can actually talk to over there unless you're trying to buy AdWords. Right? Then they'll talk to you all day long. So anyways, it's kind of funny. But anyways, this is really important stuff. Now, one thing that's really interesting about this Google My Business, all right, is that not all of these users actually make it to your website. Okay, so if you guys notice this, where all of a sudden you're, this little call button. Have you ever used this before? You're looking up something, you get on there, hit the call button. You never even made it there, right? But if you didn't have this properly set up, and one thing I want to point out too is this is like Mr. Sparky. Okay, we just did a Minneapolis electrician search. It's just a generic look, right? Mr. Sparky came up and they got Muska and you got who's getting that call? And then this one I find really fascinating too, and this is starting to really blossom, is the photo viewing, all right? And what's key here is a lot of you guys have been able to go out and take pictures of what you do, all right? And for the ones that you haven't, we don't have as many photo views, okay? So what's important is that I actually go out and take pictures, right, of your actual businesses and stuff like that. If we use generic pictures, and sometimes we have to do that because we just don't get the opportunity to get out there, then we're not going to get as many views on there. And why is it important that our customers are looking at these pictures? Yeah, it's a visual identifier of, is this the right place? Okay? So it's pretty important that we have good photos up there. So if I haven't been able to get out and do pictures for you, or we just haven't made it, I want to do that. Okay? It doesn't have to be anything special. I got a really nice camera. Get out there, take some pictures. Maybe we get Travis involved here or something like that. But needless to say, this is pretty important. In fact, the neighbor here, he's trying to get over, but he's the only guy over at the shop. But at the vintage shop next door, we set up his Google Plus. He had just started the shop in July here. He's already got hundreds of people that have seen it just in the last 2 months. But his most popular thing is his pictures, and it's because he's got all this neat stuff in his store. Okay, you guys were just over there. It's pretty cool, right? So anyways, the point is we need to have that information there because we'll only get a few shots, okay? And it's a ton of people that get to look at it. So it's not just a few. In fact, if you look at his all-time, it's 24,203. And this guy's only been up for a little over a year, with this particular page setup. So pretty cool stuff, right? One of the other things about this that's we keep hammering this is the testimonial thing. And actually, Neil's in the room. Throw your hand up. I'm going to call you out. Neil actually did a really good job of this. He set this up a long time ago and put a ton of time into getting testimonials. In fact, this 37 changed to 38 already. Okay, and does it seem like a lot? It probably took you how long? A couple of years to get that to happen, right? So it is. But think about this for a second, you guys. It's the best place to see what other people are talking about this business, right? This Google My Business spot, because it's authentic. It's something that's hard to fake. Okay. In fact, this is hard to fake those reviews, and they pull them down if they think they're suspicious or fake. So
we should actually have probably 55.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because you've been authentic. Actually,
if they all were still there, and I accumulated all the ones that were there, it'd be in the 50s.
Yep, exactly. So what I want to point out though is that the guys that are putting focus on this now, the businesses that are focusing on this now, because it's kind of a new thing, all right, are going to be the industry leaders of the future. And why do I say that? If you think about all the small businesses and stuff that are out there, you guys are fighting the big box retailers, you're fighting the big people in what you do. The big businesses, and a lot of the big businesses don't have their eye on this ball at all. Neil outdoes Best Buy, for crying out loud, for getting testimonials. That's crazy, So if you think about that's a really big differentiator. And now people are going to be able to connect the dots and say, you know what? I don't necessarily need to go to these big box retailers because just down the street there's a thing for me. Okay, I had an example happen to me in a shoe shop where I was going to go down to this place and find like REI type gear, it's a really big box type of place. And it was basically one of these suggestive things where all of a sudden it was like, hey, there's this place over by you, you might like. And so I looked at it and went, oh yeah, and I could walk over there and get all the same stuff I could get already on it. It's a local shop. Didn't have to get my car going even. So pretty cool stuff. That's what the power of this is. And they had a lot of testimonials on these things. It was great. So,
but let me piggyback on that very quick.
Okay.
I always, every single sales call I get, I always ask the customer whether they're a customer or not, where they bought us from. And generally, most customers that I do sell or go to the home and so forth, almost, I would say 75% of them say, I called because I saw it, all those reviews, and you built my confidence right away with that, because of everything out there, I don't know what I'm doing, and other people trusted you, so why shouldn't I? It happens all the time.
We're doing our best to push this type of thing, okay? That's why we're making the calls to Google to actually set those things up, make sure they're categorized properly, which is, it's amazing, but you wouldn't believe it, but after we call them, they tend to go whoop, like this, so it's like, oh, okay. There's some good things there, and then we go back and we look at it and see if how we categorized it is showing up correctly, because you'd be surprised, they'll actually change sometimes. I don't know, Neil, maybe you've noticed this, but say a television repair service, they tend to change this category on you and stuff like that. So we go back there and we call him, he does about TV repair. But it's subcategories, there's 5 of them, okay? So if it happened to display TV repair service. Now I wasn't looking for that, I was looking for TV installation. So you need to be a little bit careful with that and make sure that you stay on top of it. So anyway, one of the things I also wanted to talk about is all of you people that have a website from us in here, kind of piggybacking on this testimonial thing. This is actually Neil's site as well, sorry I'm picking on Neil today. But what we did here is we've got, if you look on here, you've got a spot for Google, Yelp, Angie's List. What was it? Oh, sorry. My bad. Edward, that's your page. So, losing my train of thought there. But what's cool about this is we gave you a launch pad to tell your customers to go to. Okay? So, hey, go to my website, go to the testimonials page, click on your favorite one, and leave me a review. Okay? So you have a tool that you can use to get that. And so how do we solicit more? We've got this tool, but what can we actually do to our, what can we ask them for more reviews? Has anybody here had any success doing this?
I think that it's better if you do use those opportunities to ask them personally, because then you can, you know who's going to leave you a 5-star review. And so if you have a customer who you can afford to say, hey, let's not charge you for this visit, just go and leave a review. You're more likely to get a better review.
I was thinking about a $5, gift card or something. But hey, we're coming to come see you. No, we actually, there are people that I know that are willing to pay up to even $50 for a positive review. And the reason is because when somebody reads that review, it's kind of the moment of truth for the customer, the person that doesn't know who you are. And what's happening is these referrals. Instead of thinking, like I invited a lot of you guys here because I want to talk to you, and show you kind of what we're doing and stuff like that. But then also to get referrals, but referrals can come from people that I know, but they can also come from people I don't know.
Yep.
Right? And that's what this is all about, right? Is actually getting referrals through stuff that's just information that's out there that people can trust. So part of why we had Jeff here, and he had a bolt, he had another commitment, but they started doing testimonials on the BBB now. If you think about it, that's credibility right there. I mean, it's the Better Business Bureau, plus you can leave a testimonial there. So, but anyways, the one thing I kind of want to throw out there too is, identifying happy customers. You talked about, you kind of know who they are and stuff like that. If you are talking to every customer about leaving you a testimonial, it's going to do 2 things. It's going to, you're going to learn if they actually are happy with your service or not, because they may be a little bit hesitant to leave you a review, right? So it's going to allow for you to have another opportunity with that customer to say, hey, did we do something wrong? Otherwise they'd be pretty happy to leave it for you, and you just got to ask them about it. When you go through kind of a process on yours, don't you? You ask them a certain amount of times and stuff like that. So Neil's big on the 3 stuff, so even though you're 7, but...
Anything more than 3 is creepy.
Yeah, anything more than 3 is creepy. But, so he asked him about 3 times to leave him a testimonial, but that's why he's got so many of them, okay? Go to my website, go to this little thing and click on it, and you can just leave me a testimonial. So it's really easy if you just use that technique. Offer a discount like what you're talking about. Give out a handout if you can. I have some of my customers, a couple of them that are doing retail, they couldn't be here because they've got stores that are open right now, but they actually print on the receipts. Okay, so, which is a great idea. In fact, people read it and they go, oh, and then in fact, if they fill it out and they do it, then they can prove it, they come back and get like a reading. They even have that set up, which is pretty cool. So, so anyways, the big thing I can't stress enough is don't fake them, right? A lot of you guys have done a really good job of getting them in there, and then they still take them down on you, you know? So if you fake them, what happens is Google actually is able to, they're somehow or another, they're able to kind of catch you. Or they deem it suspicious, and so they don't put it on, okay? Which is unfortunate. I know you've had some taken down, you probably had some taken down. I bet you everybody in this room probably had to be taken down.
Focus on Google too, not Yelp.
Kinda. Actually, you know what? Let's just talk about that for a second.
Totally.
Well, here's the thing, you guys. Yelp, there's one key thing that Yelp does is they feed the data to iPhones for reviews and stuff. So when you're on an iPhone and you're searching, if you're asking Siri for something, right, Siri's going to look at Yelp's database for those reviews. Not for the maps, but just for the reviews, okay? So unfortunately, Yelp has gotten in, you know, in the gray area as far as how they solicit some of those reviews. But needless to say, they're still an important player out there, and they, you know, like it or not, they're pretty good at what they do. So, so Yelp is not a bad thing. They're probably calling it. Well, everybody I talk to, it seems like they're getting a lot of calls from Yelp to get into their programs and stuff like that. I talked to them. I found them to be rather expensive for what they offer. So, and if you guys need help looking at those types of things, okay, feel free to call me. I can at least go through them with you and run the numbers and tell you if the math works. Because a lot of times they'll talk about impressions instead of actual visits, and you know, it's sort of snake oil. So, but either way, Yelp is good because it does feed a major operating system, you know, so it's kind of important that way. But again, like I said, don't fake them. Has anybody tried anything that we're not talking about to get reviews? I mean, what? Well, okay.
The important thing is make sure that you don't email them a link saying, hey, thanks for your business, I really appreciate it. If you've got time, please write a review. Because every single one that I've emailed are the ones I've gotten taken down.
Huh, that's pretty interesting. And you use a Gmail account?
Every single one.
The same
Same with you too? Yeah.
when we first started doing it.
It's really interesting. So,
Where does that happen?
It's most likely has to do with their algorithm that how they try to filter out poor reviews. I mean, they don't tell anybody how they actually.
Did you generate the link from an IP address? Does it follow through with when you click on the
It probably
link?
takes it.
Yeah, there's probably different ways that they tag it. I mean, they know if it's coming from an email. They know the source of the link to. I mean, even from the website, they know it's coming from the website. But it's not. It's generally non-solicited if it's coming from the website because people are usually using their own free will to go to your website, click on the link to go there, versus being sent an email. It is sort of a solicitation for the review, and those are usually what they try to weed out because that's a good indication of that. Either that is coming from a actual customer, or it's or it's a buddy who you're asking to write a review on my company and they never actually shopped there. So.
Just such a double-edged sword, because if you send an email to somebody without a link, why would they go find your website?
right. It is kind of double-edged, but it's odd. I mean,
And they may not filter all of them, but it's probably one of the things that they use to trigger some type of a filter that,
Yeah.
And if
Hey, I'll give you
if
money.
that user's never written a review before, is another thing that usually triggers it. So if you're coming from an email and you've never written a review on Google before under your profile, that's an
Maybe
automatic
there's
trigger.
bigger businesses that just blast email out 10 million emails and say, you know.
yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
That's one of the companies out there, that's all they do, is go out and try to get reviews on it, because that's the method they use.
And Yelp's the same concept that's been out that is all the reviews I have in Yelp are only from people that have written more than one review. Where I've even gotten customers of mine, I try to spread out my reviews, I had them sign up an account, I've been there with them, to sign up a Yelp account.
Just Google that. There's a lot of, that's all I can say. You'll find plenty of data to follow that. Go ahead.
So with Yelp, it's part of their business practice to hold a certain amount of reviews as well and release them for advertising and sign-ups for clients as well. So they often hold hostage reviews. If you have so many positive versus negative, those hold publishing some of them.
You're saying what I don't want to say, but you're
I'll say it
actually,
for you.
absolutely, that's it.
I'm a Jersey girl.
That's what we kind of see too, is unless you pay them, they hold them hostage, and that's kind of how it works. And so they got you by then, you know once.
But she's not lying.
But I didn't say that, so, yeah. But the unfortunate reality is that the general user trusts them. Although, the one thing that's interesting, I will find, go ahead, talk, yes?
I'm just moving on. But another way to get referrals that I think probably you don't think about is having a second business card that when you complete service with someone, it has it on that business card. So you have initial business cards that you give clients, but when you finish with clients, you hand them a different business card or a thank you note personalized. And I know a lot of you in business are like, but I work for other businesses as well, and when you try to differentiate, it's the handwritten thank you notes with those individual requests in there that you handwrite to someone, or just make business cards that say whatever your wording is you would like to use, we invite your reviews at blah, 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 blah. We really appreciate your business and look forward to meeting with you again. That's what's gonna get your customers there, but it's on a business card. So you have 2 business cards?
We're gonna do that with a card. Oh, really? Cool. And hand them to them.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanna jump off that. Everybody get the review thing though, kind of how important that is, right? So now we've got some ways to do it. Look at your websites. If you haven't noticed, you got the testimonial page, start using it, okay? So if you need help, call me. We can help you kind of walk through that and talk about more. So feel free to get a hold of me. Now, yeah, I want everybody, whoever's got a smartphone, anybody got a smartphone in the room? Has never heard of those before? No, okay, everybody, let's get the phones out. Who's done? And you're a pro over there, so I don't talk to you that. But what I want you guys to do is take a picture of something, somebody, whatever. Whip out your phones, do the thing. Come on, everybody, let's get your phones out. Let's do this. Where's Dick? Hey, Dick.
I'm just saying, I got a football.
Take a picture of myself.
Do you want me to?
Dick, just keep an eye on what
Like
we're
the
doing.
largest selfie from the Grammy.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so everybody's got that. Let me raise your hand once you took a picture of what you wanted to take a picture of. Everybody there? Everybody got their picture taken? Okay.
Are you
Oh, get a filter. We got an Instagram. Yeah.
What's the hashtag?
We're gonna get the hashtag. So, did I do okay? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so everybody got their picture taken? Has everybody got it? Everybody good? Okay, you got it? Okay, cool. All right. So the next thing I want you guys to do is go to Facebook. Okay? We don't have to if it's going to ruin your image or something like that. Or if it's going to get you in trouble, you know. Although, I don't know if you get anybody in trouble, but hey, whatever. Yeah, I should have prepped them, huh? Yeah, we're going to actually post this picture. We are going to check in, okay? So once, if everybody can do me a favor, once they're in, I want you guys to check in to here. It might be kind of
This is clever. I like it.
okay. So you're helping me. But I'm helping you. Now, when you guys check in, all right, it might be kind of hard to find, so you might have to type in TR because we're not retail, so we're not considered like a walk-in type place. Okay. So, but once you get it, there you go. So, in fact, here I circled that. You might have to type that in. So now you should have something like this here. Dick, is that what you got on your phone?
Forget it.
No. Okay. He's got the flood. So anyway, so now we checked in here. Okay, now the next thing I want you to do is go ahead and hit your little camera button. It'll bring up your photos. You can put that photo in there. Okay, Brandon, follow along. You don't see Not sure. What kind of?
You're not that cool.
Well, okay. So also, if you took a picture of somebody that's one of your friends, okay. When I did this example, I didn't do that, so I don't have it. But if this person is actually somebody that's in your friend list, you can tag them. Okay. So you see that little person in the button there. Okay. All right. So now you tag the location, you tag the person. All right. Next thing we want to do is we want to say something, right? So for me, I did new projector stuff in our office. I think somebody in here even liked that. But I put it on. What was that? I don't know who that was. But anyways, and then what we want to do, once we type that in, I put in office tech. I had no idea what to do. I was drawing a blank, so I just put that in there, right? Hashtag office tech, okay? But what do you guys want to do for a fun hashtag? What should we do?
Get in school.
Get in school? Sounds good to me. I actually think that's great. Let's do that.
I was saying knowledge download.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
Matt,
Yes.
I want you to give me the face you look when you rode my motorcycle.
I don't think I've ever rode a motorcycle.
I know, it's way faster than yours. Never good.
Yeah, it's cool. Just admitting it. Okay, is everybody up to speed here? Are we all with each other?
Hashtag.
You guys have had it, what are you gonna do? So, okay, that's a great question, actually, I wanna talk about it. Everybody's heard about this hashtag thing, right? You guys have, okay, does anybody in here have an idea what that is?
Number sign.
It is, yeah, it's the pound sign, when I'm done, it's the pound.
I actually looked it up.
No, actually what a hashtag is kind of cool. It's you know how you're friends with people and on your profile and all these kinds of things? Well, there's a lot of people out there that have great ideas that we don't know, okay, or concepts that are interested in something. And so what you do is you do pound and then whatever that concept is, that idea, that product, whatever it might be, okay? It could be car stereo, it could be insurance, it could, it could be location, other kind of insurance, all kinds of insurance, right? So it could be whatever, it could be the location. Actually, it's a great comment there. It could be Minneapolis, right? If I was marketing something, I want to show everybody in Minneapolis what's going on. That's how I would do that, right? So what the idea here is now we can show people that don't like our page, okay, that don't really have anything to do with us besides this general idea that we share. All right. So if we tag that in there, and now it puts it into a whole new thread of information, a new feed, so to speak, that existed just for this hashtag. Okay. So when you guys actually put that hashtag in there, you're gonna if you hashtag that and type that into Google. Or go to facebook.com/hashtag/ whatever that is, you'll actually see your stuff in there, okay? So now other people that are interested in the same thing are going to go there, look at it, and go, oh, cool. And there's a lot of people that are, kind of in their 20s, maybe early 30s and younger, that are actually using this on a regular basis because it's a way for them to find information about something they're interested in that their friends don't share with them, okay? So it's a way to generate an idea, all right? So how can we use that in marketing? We look at cities and we look at interests, right? Yeah, it could be, hashtag, think of that keyword, right? That's a great example. So, anyways, that's why we want to use it, and then what you end up looking like is this post right here, okay? So you've got new projector set up for a new office tech at Triton Commerce LLC. So go ahead and hit your post button. All right, and now all that stuff just boom, hits your profile. Just right before the top.
They said an office tech, it could be any word.
I thought we were supposed to. I just did all that to go knowledge. Hey, whatever you guys want. It could be, man, silly. Insert profane word. Furry guy. So has everybody hit post? They posted it? Okay, so everything went good? Right. So why did we do this? What was the point of doing that?
So that Triton Commerce was on.
Yeah, you guys all got me out, right? That was awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it, right? No, I want you guys, okay, some of the things that we need your help with in our business, because it's hard to, and some of you people in this room are really good at this and some people are not very good at this. So I want to kind of address everybody in this, and it's no harm for not being the best at getting some of this personal stuff out there, but are you guys all on hashtag on that? Yeah, anyway, so the trick is though with this, the reason that we did this is because in your businesses, like Denny's great at this. Denny does a lot of really cool, interesting things on his Facebook page. He's actually if he didn't do what he did, I'd hire him as far as that stuff goes because he's a fantastic social media guy. So, but anyway, what the real reason why I want you guys to be able to do this is you're bringing personality into something that I'm not there for. Okay, I'm not in your business every day, so it's hard for me to actually understand what it is that you guys do on a daily basis, right? So what we do though is we write a lot of content, okay, and we put new, fresh content out there for your customers to see, and then also for the search people to see that has to do with what you do. But we're not there every day, so we can't put the personality in. It's hard for me to do. Even over the course of years, I know so many people, and it's still hard for me. I go to scratch my head and go, can I say that? Or is that what he's doing every day? It's hard, okay? So this way, what happens is I get to see some of the things you're doing, so I can see the theme of it, and we can change what we do, okay? And then also, people like to see the stuff that you guys are doing every day. And let's say, if you're a roofer, you put up a new roof and you take a picture of it, people are looking at that kind of thing. And if you think of what we talked about earlier and how important some of this stuff is starting to become, the way the future is sort of intertwining with all the, we're laying the groundwork for all this sort of a big circle that happens. So pretty soon all of a sudden people will be posting and tagging stuff and then you'll see it in search results and go, holy cow, my friend likes that thing, and they even posted about it and they have a hashtag about it, right? So all these things are starting to come together. But I need your help to get some of this information on your pages, because otherwise it might be bland if it's just me, okay? Not that we're, bad at this stuff, but we just don't know what you do every day, okay? Does that make sense? All right? So, anyways, some of the things that you guys can do that complements to what we're doing, because we're handling a lot of the new content that goes on the site, we're handling a lot of the social media, getting it out there, and handling all the bases when it comes to that inbound marketing. But you guys are the personality, you're the day-to-day. And so, some of the things that I want you guys to do to bring that onto the table is talk to your customers, get those testimonials. I can't tell you, that is the new way that you're going to see people come to you and say, man, I just was reading all about you, your customers love you, I want to do business with you. That's so important. So take pictures, okay? Send them to us with small captions. So even if you don't want to post them on Facebook like we just did, that's fine. Send them to me. Brandon, you might be moving some crazy thing, right? This weird and the biggest piano ever, right? Take a picture, send it to me. Biggest piano ever. Hashtag, right? Something, okay? But I need that stuff, okay? Write it up on a napkin, fax it to me. I don't care, I'll take it, okay? I need your input as to what you're doing. So, future events, I know a lot of you guys do classes, kind of like this maybe, right? If you're having something like this, or let's say you do continued ed classes for your customers, maybe you have an event going on tomorrow, that kind of thing. Maybe there's that type of stuff that we would need to know about ahead of time. Sometimes I find out about it after it happened. I'm like, oh, what a whiff. We could have done something for you. We could have helped. So I want to know about these events because we can actually help you promote them. That's kind of part of what we do, right? So we get that message out there for you guys. And so if you give me as much lead time as you possibly can on these things, it's good. How-to articles or white papers, okay? A lot of you guys are in really cool trades that people would kill to know how you do what you do, and I know some of what you do based on what I learned about you, and some guys that have a better advantage. If somebody's in electronics, I probably know your business better than I did if you were a mover, okay? So I might have to learn about you, but either way, if you write these how-to articles and white papers, write them the way you're going to write them. Don't go and copy-paste some other stuff from some other website, but actually write your content, okay? And send it to me. We'll doctor it up so it looks great. We'll edit the grammar. We'll make sure that it's professional looking by the time it's done. And then we'll keyword it too. We'll do all the SEO stuff to it to make sure that it's actually content that can be used for what we do, but then also good for your readers, okay? Because people are dying to know how you guys do what you do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make it so people know just enough to know they need to call you because it's probably too hard, okay? Or it's just they want that thing or whatever it is, okay? So this is really good stuff. So if you guys ever, can do this kind of thing, a how-to article, how to move a piano, right? It's really not that hard to write something that, maybe 100 words, send it over to me, and then we'll make it bigger. But I just need the concepts, the ideas, and then we'll turn them into something for you, okay? Add personality to your websites via social media in any way that you possibly can. That really helps complements what we're doing as well. And then also the other thing I noticed too, like Leah, for example, in the back there, she does heating and cooling, Leah and Fred do, and they're a dealer for those Nest thermostats. Have you guys ever seen those? Right? So, and one of the things that was critical was getting the information for their address because they had moved. All that stuff changed over, okay, because it was still showing an old address, old stuff, old information. And if those things aren't kind of caught up with, think of all the brands that you sell or different affiliations that you have with other websites, that might link back to you and have an address for you. You need to make sure that stuff's up to date. Because I don't know all those different affiliations that you have, and if it's wrong, I might not even find it because it's wrong. Okay, so anyways, if you need help with that kind of thing, let me know. I mean, we actually were able to get on there and get the address right. And make it so Nest was sending people to the right place. Okay? If you haven't seen those thermostats, they're pretty cool. They can tell you all about them. So they learn how you act in your house. It's pretty wild, and then they adjust the temperature based on whatever. It's pretty cool. Yeah, after about 2 weeks, it figures out what you do. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
the other part on this that probably I just not saying
go for it. Yeah.
Is if you guys do any community, like in your communities, if you do community events, if you sponsor the Little League, a softball team, if you do food drives, if you do any of that, that's essential to get. If you're not doing it and getting out there, getting these guys to get out there because that's part of the social, and people love to see you in your own communities. The more you show that caring part of your business that's giving back to the community, the more they're willing to give to you or use your business. So any of that kind of stuff. So know, a lot of sponsor youth baseball teams or,
Oh, yeah,
different
yeah,
stuff like
all
that.
that stuff,
Because
yeah,
we can also
yeah.
put it on your pages, we can put it on your social and all different things to show a different side of you and your business.
Absolutely, absolutely. Bring that kind of personality back. Definitely. So, okay. One of the other things we wanted to ask you guys as a group, okay, is some of the things you guys obviously know we do. We do the inbound marketing thing. We got basically we're web marketers, right? One of the things that we've been dibble-dabbling with and think is pretty cool, and a lot of big businesses use them. In fact, Car knows all about this stuff. But CRMs. Does anybody in here use this type of software? Does anybody know what a CRM is? You use one? Corey, you use one. Oh, I know you do. Kevin, you use one?
Yeah.
What do you find? What's the value of using one of those? What do you?
Credibility.
Really?
I guess that's not the right word for it. I mean, we take that back.
No, you're right.
That's actually not
It
okay.
provides
Yeah.
simplicity and a level of professionalism that you don't get from, your mom and pop right now.
Yeah, because now you've got this like a profile on somebody that lives in the cloud, so to speak, right? Or even on a computer, it doesn't have to be on the cloud. But either way, all of a sudden now you see this contact form. You probably got something like it on your website, right? Okay. So imagine this information dumps into a system, and that thing becomes a lead. All right, and then that lead you blossom into a customer. Okay. And you can follow them all along the way. Maybe they don't become a customer, but 6 months from now they call you and you still know everything about them. You're not digging through notes. You're not trying to remember, those things. I'm guilty of that too. Okay. So who in here that doesn't have a CRM system would be interested in something like that? We're trying to find out really what the interest level is there, Paul. Yeah, we got a couple people. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good.
Depending on your current system, it may not optimize. I came from Salesforce, if anybody knows a larger system.
Sure.
So it's about not only what is the system, but then it's also the training and facilitation allowing you to effectively use that system. And a lot of
Yes, that's
something with that a little bit
Yep.
is the customers that are coming in, you're missing your customers, which happens significantly, but a lot of customers will come to you, but you do need to rework them at some point 7 to 10 times is average across the board for customers. So if you're leaving customers on the board after once or not, you'll continue to use them. And sometimes it's a year down the road they may need you, it's a year and a half, but they'll remember the person that actually contacted them. That doesn't mean hound them, okay? Because you could give them your blogs, you could send them informative, you could do different things. It ultimately will turn into customers, which is your long-term growth strategy.
Go ahead.
This is a service you're contemplating doing?
Yeah, we're looking at it because we do it internally,
Sure.
And it's changed a lot about how we do things, and I find it absolutely fascinating. And then we realized we could do this for other people.
Sure.
And it's something that
So is this a database that when they call, their phone number registers in a phone through a system that you've already saved information on that customer? So when they call, I know, oh, look, it's so-and-so's, your make and model vehicle. I mean, is that what that is, or is it?
You got multiple ways to search for them. As long as you have their phone number, it's not going to prompt up on the screen when they call in. You can ask for the phone number, their name, you search.
And then I search.
Now you've got all that client history. Anytime you've ever talked to them, any record of sales, if you email out through it, you got all your email records that you ever had with that person.
your quote request when they come in, it'll actually nurture them all the way through to a sale or not. So it's
We
promising.
essentially link the website to your CRM, so anyone that ever contacts you from your website through an email is automatically in your system. They're not going to end in the bottom of your inbox in your email. They're going to be in the system, and you can see your hot, cold leads, who's ready to buy, who's not. All that stuff.
The reason that we, not just us, because I'll tell you, Kara's really good at this stuff. I'm really awful at it. So she's nurturing me through this because I'm a gunslinger. I'm not one of these guys, right? So, but I need to be this guy, and I know it, and I understand it completely. So, the other part of it that we notice too is we've got a lot of customers because we see your quote requests. They come to us too, and so when we see those and we notice that some of them aren't being nurtured, oh yeah, I didn't call that guy back. I've had that happen a lot. Somebody in this room, okay, and I can't tell you how nuts that drives me personally. Not like I have a problem with you, but I just look at, oh man, what a wasted opportunity. That meant you didn't have the staff, you didn't have the, you know what I mean? And so it's just a bummer to see that kind of thing. And I know a lot of people, I had one guy tell me that, oh yeah, I wait till Friday to call everybody back. And I'm like, so if they left you a quote request on Monday, you wait till Friday to call them? Well yeah, that's when I got time to get back to them. Okay, so he needs to be organized, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, if this is a service that you're looking forward to potentially doing, are you looking at the integration of LinkedIn and Facebook content as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
Automatically?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's some stuff that comes along with that. So he's the tech guru as far as how that integrates. So maybe when afterwards and just see. But yeah, I think it kind of is customizable, isn't it, in certain ways? So and that's the other neat thing is that guy's a genius. I don't mean to make his head this big, but he's actually wicked smart, so he's able to put things together. I never knew he would. He'll shake his head all the time, but it's true. So,
Someone else tie with the system.
yeah. So I'm seeing some interest level here.
Why don't you just build your own software that actually would then put it onto your caller ID?
Well, that gets pretty tight. So that actually gets pretty quick. So,
But it's a genius.
well, you know how to do it.
We just started using it.
I've had something like that about 10 years ago, and it was actually extremely slow. Yeah, because you had to tie in your phone system to the CRM, and there's a lot of integration there.
And then all of a sudden you know that this call will be
But if you're in Wi-Fi, and the phone's being answered in Wi-Fi, couldn't you do a Google Voice? Do a voice over IP that would be possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's a, but it's pretty slick. But anyways, this, you guys, we find this pretty fascinating. It sounds like there's some interest. We'll talk to you guys after the fact and see. Okay, we're almost done, so I just want to bring it all back together, you guys. So if we do this in the future, this is the first one. Thanks for kind of. Ready? We're here. Okay, so everybody, this is my first time doing this. I mean, I've done presentations before. My first time doing it with our company. And I want to do more of these because I think it's fun to bring everybody over. It's fun to celebrate what we're doing. But what do you think we should do? Do we want to do things like social media classes? Would that be fun to do? Do we want to do things like basic photography? Okay, like how can I take good pictures off my camera, my cell phone camera, stuff like that. We want to just have networking events. What I find awesome is I get to learn about every one of your businesses, all the inside and out as best I can because we got to write all this stuff for you, okay? And what's cool is I noticed that, well, this person would be a perfect fit for this person, okay? And so we could do networking events with everybody and put everybody in the same room. You'd be surprised at a lot of businesses happen. And we want you guys to share and refer and do all those kinds of things too. I really think that's an awesome way to do business. So if you think that, would that be cool, or maybe we get together, we learn how to write blogs together. We've done this a couple times with some smaller groups and stuff like that, and that's been kind of fun. Do we just get together and drink beer, maybe watch some football? Yeah. We got a big screen, so we can do that too, and we got some couches and chairs and stuff, so we can make that happen. But what do you got? What would be a fun thing to do? Would you guys want to do something? Couple drinks, that kind of thing. Drink beer. The beer. Okay. Well, we'll put a slab.
There you go.
Drink beer, then write blogs.
There we go. Yeah, actually, that'd be a blog on its own right there, actually. So that'd be kind of cool. Well, that's good. So what any other things that you guys want to learn more about? And here, I mean, what do you guys? Where's the big question mark for most of you?
Future things move so fast.
Yeah.
How do you stay ahead of the curve? And what are you guys doing to keep us ahead of the curve?
Sure.
And then if you guys have classes like, hey, and then we foresee or we're betting on things changing, that'd be something we'd sit down and talk
Okay.
to listen to.
That would be-
Where's it going next?
that'd be
That's
fun.
actually a great one. Yeah.
Information.
More
Anything we
information.
can learn.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Okay. Well, go ahead.
I would like the ability to change some of the pages on the site.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Like how to do
Like
that.
how
and
to,
not
how
have
to change content inside.
Yeah, and not have to be like, hey man.
without screwing up all the other stuff and that kind of thing. Yeah. We could probably, yeah.
Or somewhere we can add our own photos.
Gets a little hairy, but yeah, like the photo, like the galleries and stuff like that. No problem. Inside the pages gets a little crazy because these guys do their stuff. And
Even
they
if we
sit
have just
and-
somewhere we can go in at.
Photo gallery.
Yeah.
I can add my own.
But I'd pay extra to have
What
a,
can I do?
Well, you do it's different than what we're talking about. Inside the actual pages and stuff. Well, that's interesting. How to use some of the software. Say, oh, what do you got?
My business, it's not like stuff just happens all of a sudden. It's like, tomorrow or 5 years, so I get a call that someone's life was late, like the St. Thomas Campus.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah,
something
yeah.
I'd want to put on right now.
So how do we get that up?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. So, by the way, Paul, actually, if you guys, Paul's got a really cool business. He does all the AEDs. Have you guys ever seen those things that save lives and stuff? Paul's a major supplier for those. So if anybody in here is looking for those types of products, talk to Paul. Like, not the big one, but they're really cool. It's a pretty neat thing that he does. So, yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. So, any other ideas, you guys? Any other things?
If you were to get together for website, fixing or well, creative, but somebody got together and trying out maybe have people throw their websites up and everybody had a website too.
Actually, that's a great idea too. You know what? Actually, that would be fun to have a website focus night where we bring in maybe 4 or 5 companies and we all look at each other and see how we can improve each other. Actually, I think that's awesome.
As a non-business owner, it'd be interesting to bring people in that don't own a business as well to comment on like user, like how it seems to somebody who doesn't run a business.
Sure. Oh, like more marketing manager types and stuff like that.
Or just like, like, I don't own a business, I don't work for marketing, I'm just looking at your website to see how we can.
She's the customer. She's your, she's your focus.
Okay.
Somebody you trust to give you that information without.
Yeah. Okay.
What can we do to entice you to?
Sure. Okay. So, well,
Her as a consumer.
oh yeah. Okay, so you like focus groups.
What are you looking for when you come?
Yeah. Hey, come on in. Look at this. What do you guys think? Okay.
Yeah, I think you should come off all of our.
Yeah, like, I don't like.
Vote on who the best one.
A contest?
I'm a beauty contest.
So that'd be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun.
And mine better be best or your own player.
That might be better. Everybody's a winner. So anybody, what other, does anybody else have any questions or anything like that? Any questions from anybody? Anything that you guys want to know from us? No? Is it time to drink more beer? Could it be? All right, you guys. I thank you guys again for coming. Again, this was our first, kind of hurrah at this, and it was awesome to have everybody here. What I'd like everybody to do is kind of meet each other. Come grab us if you want to talk to us more on a personal level, or just about what's going on in your own company. More food. Actually, we have a lot of food left, so feel free to grab some beer, pop, any of that kind of stuff, whatever you guys need. So, and if you need to go, I understand that too. I know a lot of people have families and stuff like that. I gotta get back to them. So, so with that, I'm gonna conclude this little presentation. I don't want to go too long. I could have bored you to death with all kinds of stats and stuff, so I didn't want to do that. But if we ever do want to get really nerdy, we get nerdy stuff. So that is possible. Oh, I may need to bring in the A-team over here.
Here.
What's that? That'd actually be kind of fun too. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun design. Although then you give away all the secrets on what you're going to do. Well, I'll just show you guys how to do what we do and we'll just win. Love that. Okay. Cool. Well, that's it. That's all I've got for you guys. I want to talk to everybody as you kind of mingle around, do your thing. So feel free to have more beer and turn the music on. And thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it.